Is what I see on social media really true? Take this for example, Bulgari Hotel in Shanghai costs $5,000 per night. Influencers just have to pay $200 to take turns to take photos in the hotel room, faking that I had a staycation over there. And I just have to pay a small amount of money to pretend that this luxurious car belongs to me. Even body shapes can be faked, pretty looks can be photoshopped. Now you realize, everyone can be anyone on social media. But when showcasing the best of oneself on social media takes an ugly turn to putting on a facade to scam people, that is a big deal. You have to be careful about it. Why does fake gurus, fake experts matter to me? Take a look at this guy. This fake guru, Nicholas Xia here, cheated more than 15 adults and scammed a total of more than $500,000 from these people who trusted him by pretending to be an expert in investments and portrayed himself as a professional. How did he do that? He promised the victims with school fees of just $2,000 to $4,888 they can earn big money in no time. His victims believed that such good things can happen to them. He also painted himself as a poor victim of circumstances with a heavily ill mother, all this to lure his victims into his trap. After the money has been paid, however, Mr. Xia started showing his true colors. He became abusive, manipulative, and aggressive. His one-day course syllabus was finished very quickly. Why? Because he didn't even know how to invest. How can he teach well? He then asked his victims to invest on their own. He even claimed that his victims are harassing him because they just don't like what they learned and because they lost money when trading. Children, you see, even adults can be deceived. You gotta think twice when something sounds too good to be true. And you being a more expert in social media than your parents, do remind them not to fall prey to social media scams. Another example to show you how fake identities can be detrimental to the social media consumers is Dr. Su Yang, a self-proclaimed PhD who holds post-bachelorate positions in Russia, China, Netherlands, USA, and Sweden, finished 4 PhDs before the age of just 38. Attracting more than 1 million followers, she offers online lessons, consultations, and sells ebooks, claiming that she is here to help others to achieve more in their life. All these services require upfront payments. Netizens sarcastically named her Su Sibo, Su for PhD, after realizing that she's a complete liar. At a glance, her profile looks really promising. Multiple master's degree and PhD degrees. Who would doubt her credibility, right? But remember, when something looks too good to be true, then it is probably fake. Sadly, people fell prey to her scams and paid huge sums to her. Because she seemed so knowledgeable, she must have been an expert in the field since she is a PhD. Until some critical minds started to question her credibility and her achievements. Is she really who she is? Based on the timeline she provided in her blog entries to lure victims, tricking them to believing that she is a high achiever, critical netizens reached to a conclusion that Su Yang would have completed junior college by the age of 14. Where are you at the age of 14? Probably only secondary too. And based on her timeline, she would also have completed 3 PhDs in just 6 years. Children, a single PhD requires at least 3 years to complete, some even 5 years. 3 PhD in 6 years, mission impossible. Then it is fake. Especially the PhD at Sweden's Stockholm School of Economics. It requires 5 years of full-time studies and concurrent PhD is not allowed. So in her 6 years of pursuing PhD, 5 years she would have been in Sweden. So now she's left with just 1 year to complete 3 other PhDs and at different countries in the world. How is that possible? Mission impossible? Then it is fake. Most of her claimed achievements are either from non-existent schools or non-existent courses. Companies that she has founded are also empty shell companies. Museums that she hosted also cannot be found. Some of the schools she attended are schools that provide falsified academic degrees and diplomas for a fee, which means you just need to pay them a sum of money and you get a university graduation cert. Do you think she is still as trustworthy as you previously thought? I'm sure not. All these fake identities are created so that she can scam money for her online lessons. Apart from these two stories that I shared, there are so many more fake guru scam stories. Victims range from children to adults to elderlies. With social media being a tool that we cannot live without today, it is more important than ever we safeguard ourselves from falling prey to those fake identities who try to scam us and our money. And you, as someone more expert in using social media platforms than your parents or grandparents, you can take up the role as a guardian to safeguard your family from fake guru scams. Remember the following pointers. Don't just consume blindly, but remember to be on the social media platform with a critical mind. When something says with only a small fee, remember to think twice and double check the credibility of the good deals. When something sounds too good, again, remind yourself and your parents and your grandparents when something sounds too good. Daddy, mommy, granny, grandpa, it is fake. And remember, you reap what you sow. There is no free lunch. All the freebies you get today, you will pay for the price sooner or later.